what we all want is peace of mind. We want to feel respected and loved. We want to feel confident and capable. We want to feel comfortable in our own skin. What we don't want is to feel anxiety. We don't want to feel shock. We don't want to feel unaccepted. We don't want to feel fear, worry, or anxiety of how are people looking at us? Are they not accepting of us? Are they thinking something of us that we wouldn't want them to think of us? You could say the universal, essential anxiety is of not being accepted, not being loved. And these are the sort of feelings that we need to overcome. How we really overcome these is not by finding solutions to them, finding ways to avoid them, deflect them, change them. It's as simple as learning how to let the feelings digest away within us instead of fighting them. Some of the strongest feelings that get in our way are the things we don't want to talk about, the things we don't even want to have to talk about in a therapeutic session. Intimacy that we don't feel we fully have with others or with someone else. The strongest feelings that we fight the hardest, that disturb us the most, of all the things that force us into taking on protective and false ways of being, to put on airs and displays and take on a certain game face, so to speak, are worries and anxieties of embarrassment, humiliation, shock. And these are the things that are the most profitable to process away, because these are the things that push us out of peace of mind, of being comfortable in our own skin. These are the things that can make the most difference if we learn how to process them. And that's built into my work, what I call therapeutic spiritual counseling. If you really are motivated and have the passion to really arrive at peace of mind and to pursue the passions that you have in life, these are the things that you need to regard as opportunities to change, to process feelings of worries of humiliation and shock, and those moments we've experienced that make us cringe inside. Those things, these are some of the things we fight the most. And by doing so, we separate ourselves from bits and pieces of ourselves, and we're not whole. And that puts us in a place where we're in a constant effort to suppress things and to overlay other feelings and attitudes over things. So we can really create a much more enjoyable sense of self, actually become more whole, have our presence, and that wonderful feeling of peace of mind that we seek out through so many different avenues, through arriving or trying to get to be at certain places, or have certain things, or get away from certain places, people, or things. These attempted solutions are not the things that get us there with any permanence or consistency. It's really about finding out how to absorb and digest those really intense energies around shock, betrayal, humiliation, embarrassment, worries that we're not really being accepted, fears of being unloved, of being looked at as unworthy. And these are feelings. That's what they are. They're triggered. They can be triggered by moments, incidents, external sources, but they're not created by those things. They're feelings that are within us to be triggered. So if we allow our awareness of those feelings expressing within us and allow these to express and allow them to be felt within us, which is what I call spiritual digestion. It's a big part of what I do when I give you a session. These are the things that diminish anxiety. These are the things that bring out the peace of mind in you more fully, more consistently, and more permanently. As you can see from the many, many testimonials on my website, these are accomplished, and you can have this for yourself too. If you work with me and see those moments and feelings of shock and embarrassment and humiliation and fears of being judged unworthy or unacceptable, see those feelings as a great opportunity to change, to arrive at that peace of mind that is within you and should be felt. It's through allowing these things to express and surface, because they're always present within us. And we work very hard to overlay attitudes and solutions on these things. And all these attitudes and solutions, if anything, hold these undesirable anxieties in place and keep us in a wrestling match with them. So the real solution is to allow them to run their course through us, allow them to be felt. And yes, these are the techniques I have, and they do work. And they make the change that you really seek. That peace of mind that you seek out through trying to take on certain activities, be in certain places, be with certain people, be away from certain people, and avoid certain places, and all this thinking and working and activity. So much of that is an effort to try to suppress, deflect, change, or solve what is within us. And all these efforts cause us to section off bits and pieces of ourselves. So we allow these to be felt through the process of spiritual digestion and other related techniques that I use. And that's how you can really arrive at a much greater feeling of peace of mind that is naturally within you to emerge, and to diminish the anxieties that push you out of being comfortable in your own skin and simply being present, and instead taking on protective and defensive ways of being. That's really not an ideal way to live, to be constantly doing that when you are in the presence of other people. So that's how we solve it. And we can do this together. You can find me through my website, dexsessions.com. And, well, you know how to find me. I'm here, and we can do this. And it can really make the change that is what you really want. It's not the things you're seeking out, the activities or the places, that are really going to bring this out in you consistently and permanently. Although you could and should enjoy those things. But it's allowing to notice, feel, have awareness of, and allow to have processed what is inside of you. Ready when you are.